everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Bears are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Vikings, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. No question, snowy and miserable is the forecast for Soldier Field in Chicago. As we check in with our soldiers, that's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we thank you. Well, the Windy City has been brought to its knees by this recent snowstorm, but we are still playing football at Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Eddie Goldman's everything you want in a defensive tackle. A run stuffer who can move upfield and rush the passer. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. And that's caught by Smith. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment. We're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth. Now Blair Walsh for the Viking field goal. From a distance he'd certainly like to forget. This one from 27 yards out. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
They come out here in the eye. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The first carry for the tailback, Jeremy Langford. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And with this offense, one guy to key in on defensively is Kevin White.
Had to battle injuries at the start of his career, but boy, he's ready to fulfill his promise. An absolute beast downfield.
10 yards still left on second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Cutler to throw on second down. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third and 2. Now Cutler. He's going to wind up in it. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Bridgewater on first down. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Third and long for, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is picked up by the Bears.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also applies his trade as a linebacker, and Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
They keep it on the ground with Langford. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. 3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Beasley now to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Let's go, Jay! Hey!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll be first down Vikings. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And finding Pruitt. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they got to pick.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Bridgewater. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 36 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. They go screen play to Langford. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing now, Cutler on first down. Checks it underneath to Langford. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be a Chicago first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now it's Cutler throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So 2nd and 10 here. They come out here in the I. 2nd and 10. It's Cutler again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Cutler to Langford on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The lone setback is Langford. Off the play fake to Langford. It's Cutler. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2nd down following the run.
Let's go.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body. ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Shift together here from the D-line. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On 2nd down, here's Cutler. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing him a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. This is Langford on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
On third down, Cutler. He's going to let this one go deep. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Beasley. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in the end, the decision to bring it out costs him a few yards as he's out of bounds just past the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
He's got a man complete. Cutler to Jeffrey on the hook up there. 42 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there, making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, Langford. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DB. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him. And that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He'll return it from the 6. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The lone setback is Langford. Now after the interception, here's Cutler. He's got time. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
First down, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Second down, Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Here's Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Hey, boys, we got four down. Switch.
They come out here in the eye. Back to the ground, this time Langford. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Cutler will throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a Minnesota first down.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Right side caught Fedorowicz. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Bridgewater now on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And
he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to sling this deep and got his man complete. Cutler to Jeffrey on the hook up there. 57 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. From the red zone now, here's Cutler on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
10th carry now for Jeremy Langford. Cuts it out to the sideline, and he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop him here.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it's 21-3. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Bridgewater now. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now, they'll put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And this one's incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now it's Langford. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Cutler. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. On third down, Bridgewater. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Danny Trevathan coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. So the D-line's going to spread out. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Third and long for Bridgewater. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Returnable here from the 38. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing now. Cutler on first down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an offset out. On second down, Cutler surveying the field. He's going to air one out. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Cutler to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They go play action here on first down. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Langford running right. And some room to maneuver. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's going to launch, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut. And I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost. But sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
To throw, Cutler. Jeffrey with a catch left side. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And now out comes Minnesota. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Left side caught by Diggs. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.